Hey everyone, my name is Darby, and this is the DevOps for Mobile Apps demo for January 5th, 2022. The issue on my screen right here is an issue that I've created that's going to capture all the notes and links for this update, and I'm going to include include a link to this in the video description below on YouTube, so you can get to all the notes there. So the topic for this update is kind of following up on the last update from before the break, which was adding this secure files API into Gitlab. I've got an MR that's open here that kind of talks through the change, how it works, how the APIs work, and things like that. But I'll go through this again because I've had some feedback and made some changes to this, and I think it's getting into a better state now. So kind of starting off, the idea here is to be able to provide a way to upload binary files into GitLab so you can use those files then in your CI pipelines. And this is a big deal for mobile teams because they have provisioning profiles and secure certificates and things like that that need to be part of the build process, and there's not a good way to do this right now. So just to kind of walk through some quick examples here, this API supports uploading of a file, a listing of files in the project, getting an individual file, downloading a file, and then deleting a file. And so what I'm going to do is walk through some examples over here that I've got. I've got this all running locally in my GDK. So let me just grab this link here. And so if I run this, this is going to make a GET request using this local private token that I have to the project's project ID secure files path. When I run that, I get an empty array back because I don't have any files in this project yet. So let's go ahead and create some. I've got a couple files here locally in this folder. So I've got the demo provisioning profile and then this upload key store file. And so I'm just going to upload those. And so doing this, to do this, I'm going to send a post request to the secure files endpoint, give the file a name, and then tell curl where the file is coming from. I'm also piping this output to JQ just so we can see the output a little bit more clearly. So I'm going to run that, and I get this response from the API. So it tells me the file name, the permissions, and then there's a checksum that comes back. And so this is going to be a way that we can then validate in the runner that the file that we've got is the file that we expect. So so we'll do that again for the second file here. And there we go. Now we have two files up there. And then if I run that that first command again, you can see that I've got both of those files coming back there. And then let's say I wanted to download one of these locally. I'll clear this. Shouldn't have done that. I need the file ID. Okay, so I want to get file ID 17 here, and that's going to download that file. And then you can see here that the file that I downloaded here, demo.mobileprovision, has been downloaded, and that is the same file size as, I guess it has a different name, but it's the same file size as the upload key store JKS. So I'm going to remove that file because we don't need that anymore. And then I think I accidentally uploaded an additional file here. So let's see. Yep, I got 3 in here. I don't want all 3 of these. So that's a good opportunity to demo the delete command. So I'm going to delete file 17 here. Now I just have the 2 files that I was expecting to have there. So, so that's a quick kind of overview of the API interactions. The other thing that I did this week is I created a very basic like runner integration. So we've got these files that are available within GitLab. How do we use them then on the CI jobs? And so I created this this little Ruby script here. And what this does is this allows you to download the script to your runner, and then execute it to pull in all the secure files for a given project. So I'll walk through this real fast here, but there's a download path. So this is kind of configurable if you wanted to put them in a different place, just storing them in secure files folder for now. And then this grabs the API URL, the project ID, and the job token from the environment. And then that kind of constructs the URIs used to make these requests. The first step here is to just fetch all the secure files. So this is going to go and get the list of all the files for the project. And then it has some erroring here if there's no files, things like that. And so then what it's going to do is then loop through all of those files that it has and download each one. And downloading files happens here. And basically we go and read the files and then write them to the disk. And then right here it does a checksum validation, which is basically just checking that against what file is written to disk there. So when that's all done, then you've got the files locally, and then you can go and use them in your CI jobs. I've got a test CI configuration here that I've been using to test this locally. So just one simple step, and there's a few things that I'm kind of just echoing some debug information here, but this is really the two things that we really need to do. So we go and download the script from the public project where I've stored this, and then we just run it. And then I'm just echoing out the output of that folder here so we can see that it worked. So I've got a job here. This failed earlier because I didn't have any files, so I'm going to retry it now that we've got some files in the project. It just takes a couple seconds to run here, and there we go. All right, and it's done. So we can see that we've echoed out, our Ruby version, our project ID, and so on. And then the script is executing here. There's a little bit of output that comes from the script that's saying it downloaded the file and saved it. And then we did the ls command here to see that the files are showing up in that folder locally on the runner. So so it's kind of showing that it all works. So, and then if we go back over here, you can see that these are the two files that I had uploaded. There's the mobile provisioning profile, which is 12K, and then the 2.7K for the upload key store. So, so that's all kind of flowing through as we would expect. So that is kind of the main parts that I wanted to show today. I think the next steps here, there's a few to-dos that I have within this MR, some things that I want to follow up on, and then I just need to get some more folks to take a look at it and provide some feedback. So I'm going to continue to work on that over the next week and hopefully get this thing ready for proper review and maintainer review pretty soon, so we can get this in and start testing it out. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or thoughts, please add some comments in the issue here. I'd love to get any feedback that you have. Thanks.